All right, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Dillinger Escape Plan. What's going on, guys?
Not so much. How are you?
Not too bad. Now, I know you guys have done like other festivals, and you guys have toured with bands like Megadeth. The Warped Tour seems sort of weird for you guys. I mean, how's the tour been going so far for you?
It's weird. I mean, for us, it's an opportunity to kind of get in front of some new audiences. Our fan base doesn't technically usually get up either before 11 or get out of work before 5. Yeah. So it's kind of a tough range for an older band that draws an older crowd. But it's been amazing to be part of something that's, the Warped Tour always has its finger on the pulse of like the new bands that are going to do well and come out and do well and everything like that. It's great that they've asked a band like us to be a part of that, because it means that they still feel we're relevant and doing something interesting even after all these years. Some of these bands were, when we started, very little kids, you know what I mean? Like, not even listening to music yet, really. So to still be, kicking it on this thing is pretty cool, actually. But we are definitely a little bit of an oddball out on this thing.
You know what? But it's cool, though. I mean, because I know you guys are used to headlining most of your shows. I mean,
I was going to say, even though, like, we've done the Megadeth thing, we've also done the AFI thing. We've also, we're not really like we don't really pigeonhole ourselves.
Yeah, you guys don't pinpoint yourselves like to certain bands or certain genres.
Sense, just like putting ourselves and maybe even fans or potential fans in an uncomfortable situation is kind of like, a challenge for us and something that we...
And it's good, too. Like, you guys get newer fans, like people getting introduced to you guys.
Yeah, that was really the main reason why we wanted to do something like this, is because, we realized, that we've been around for a long time, and a lot of our fans have grown up, and now it's time to get the next generation,
Yeah, keep the music going, right?
Yeah, I mean, because Warped Tour tends to have, Warped Tour, tends to get a younger crowd, and, we just gotta keep letting people know who we are, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And you guys have got a new album out, too, right? Yeah. You guys want to describe the new album?
It's called Option Paralysis. We never really go into an album with a real expectation or an idea of what it's going to be, other than we just want to constantly push ourselves, push things farther, get better at doing what we do, become better songwriters. So we're really happy with the record. The title, Option Paralysis, refers to the idea that one would have so many options that they just don't know what's important. They don't pick anything. And that's really what it kind of represents the state of the industry right now for us. We feel like there's so much sensory overload, so much information that people are absorbing all the time that nobody really knows what's important anymore. So that's something that we kind of focus on a lot, trying to be a band that people identify as being an entity as opposed to just a song on a playlist.
Now, since you guys mentioned the music industry, I've heard other singers from other bands quote that the industry will eventually die and it's going to be all digital, if it hasn't already,
I think even in the last 2 weeks, he was like, the music industry has a matter of months, not years. And I kind of agree that most people are kind of still marketing bands and still signing bands and all this stuff with kind of an old paradigm, and these other bands that are coming up are the last group of bands that are kind of getting tricked into 360 deals and all this stuff. It's like, luckily we've been smart enough to avoid that, and we've never really been a band that really cashed in on record sales anyway. We're all about the real thing, coming to the shows. Obviously record sales are important. We want people to hear this stuff, but more importantly, I'd rather people hear it by any means and then come to the show and support with a t-shirt or anything like that,
Now, do you feel like the whole idea of releasing albums is going to change to just releasing them digitally?
Yeah, or releasing singles or,
like things like iTunes and...
Yeah. I mean, obviously iTunes has become a major player, and it was to the surprise of the industry. I mean, a lot of major labels had the opportunity to get involved with iTunes and kind of shunned it as like a joke, and they're obviously pretty sorry. I think that people are going to be open to a lot more different mediums of how to release music. People want their music in a lot of different ways. Digital is the easy way, but nothing... Right, but the problem is that nothing easy or free is ever really important to anyone. I mean, when we had to work for our music as younger, music listeners, it was way more important. We were way more into it and more excited for it to come out and more excited to read it and listen to every nook and cranny of that record. So
just like the whole idea of the album cover.
Yeah, the album cover,
and everything that went along with it. It's like,
right.
I miss that idea.
So I think that there's going to be a handful of very special bands that keep that element going because they are more than just a song on a playlist. Like I said, they're an entity. They're a lifestyle to these kids. And, I think that's the goal for bands, to just worry about being that, not worry about the industry, not worry about how this is going or that are going. Let other people figure that out. Just be really great, best at what you do, and keep putting things out and doing things that are important and challenging.
Okay, cool. Well, you guys heard it here. Dillinger Escape Plan. Check them out. Go out to the stores, buy a record. Peace out.
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the interviews at the Warped Tour. I had a lot of fun doing it, and as usual, I'm going to give you the spiel because it's the end of the show. If you want to get a hold of me, you can visit my MySpace at myspace.com/themonsterhour. You can also find me on Facebook. Just look up The Monster Hour with Eddie Monster, and you'll find me there. And if you want to get a hold of me because you have a video and you're in a band, as always, you can email me at themonsterhour@gmail.com. So thank you very much for tuning in to The Monster Hour. I'm Eddie Monster, and I will see you guys next time right here on The Monster Hour.